set up here. It's October 8th. We decided to do a huge switch around of how we've been kind of approaching the spot. Basically, I'd come from the parking lot down here 400 or 500 yards and I'd walk this edge of the swamp and I'd set up over there where it creates a mouth. Well, I had a deer come, I figured they were bedding over here, but I had a deer come from here this morning and I think it was a buck. It's right at first light, just big body deer, and I thought I could see the silhouette of a rack on its head. It was basically right under me. But that kind of told me that, they're probably not bedding in here. Maybe there's something in here that they're mealing in on, and so I walked over here, and sure enough, I've never seen this many acorns before. Tracks everywhere, fresh rubs, and it's an island, probably no more than 4 or 5 acres, and I've got a cattail swamp here, a food plot over there that a lot of the people, they park way down there and they pressure it. Plus with the wind we got, there's a good chance that they're going to probably bump a lot of deer if they go in there today. So I'm banking on that as well. But we've got a swamp here, a swamp back behind me, and then the road 100 yards away. My wife dropped me off on the road and I just walked right in with the wind at my face. But basically on this whole island, especially this side, there's acorns just everywhere. Fresh rubs over here. And then in this cattail swamp, there's a couple fingers that poke out right towards me. Thick brush. I'm not sure if it'll happen or not, but I'm really hoping maybe something's bedded in there. It's 20-mile-an-hour wind, so I know I got in here quiet. But who knows, maybe I can see something get up too. I got a really good view of that whole piece other than the back side, but with the wind at my face, they're going to be on this side of it. That's where we're at, October 8th. It's cold, it's windy. We got lots of acorns, I think, on an isolated island overlooked, so let's see how it goes.
See me good?
Yeah, go. Go ahead.
All right, guys, so we're the day after. I didn't do an interview last night. I wanted to get out of that spot. When I got down and found my arrow, I instantly, right away at the shot, I instantly knew by his reaction. I didn't hear that pop. I kind of knew something wasn't in my favor at least. And when I got down and checked the arrow, I had just a small streak of blood coming down, and then it was that real, like, shiny, slimy, sticky white goo on it, kind of like that silver skin or fat, probably fat, a lot of it. And it buried into a tree. So when we got back, plus I wanted to get out of there. I didn't really want anybody to see what I was doing. I was pretty close to the road, and I was in a spot that you wouldn't think a big buck like that would be. But we got back home, looked at the footage, and you can see it right away. Well, you can't really see the arrow, but you can see right in line with his shoulder, right above his back. As soon as he ducks, you can see some debris deflect, and you can almost see my knock sticking into that log that I ended up pulling it out of. So I either clipped him on the top of the back, or I just got like an inch down in and maybe got a little bit more of that meat, which is what I'm thinking I did. I knew it wasn't low. There was no white hair. It was all dark gray hair, which told me either it's a good shot relatively, the side, or it was high. So basically what it came down to, we were out here shooting to see if maybe it was the bow, but in my heart I knew it wasn't. I got real excited. It was me. When I was drawn back, like I was telling my wife, I didn't have both eyes open. I know a lot of guys when they pull back, they like to close their off eye to really focus in, and I do too, but not until at the shot. I like to keep both eyes open so I can see what's going on, and then when I'm ready, I close that eye, and I didn't do that. And basically what happened when looking at the footage, you could see he turned into me just slightly. He was quartering to. So if I would have seen that with my eye, I would have hesitated and waited and hopefully calmed down a little bit more, but I didn't. I kind of rushed the shot. I thought, you know, public land pressure, as soon as you get your shot, take it. And that's exactly what I did. And I should have kind of looked at the situation a little bit more. You guys can see it. He's just mealing around. He doesn't care. He kind of smelling, eating acorns. That's exactly what I thought he was going to do, or a buck was going to do. And I should have just kind of gave him some time to get in front of me a little bit more. I think I had plenty of light left. I had that thought too. It was getting dark, but I think I still had I think I had 20 minutes left of light. But it was on me. I got too excited. I got to work on that better. That's my second mature animal encounter ever with a bow. So it's definitely new to me. That's not an excuse or anything like that. I got to work on that, and that's definitely what I'm going to do. But we're on to the deer. We started off slow. We've got a couple doe sightings, seen that sign, kind of worked around the edges of that sign, and then initially realized we needed to push into a spot you wouldn't expect him to be at, and sure enough, that's where he was at. So I don't think he knows anything that was going on. After the shot, he bounded off 20 feet, stopped, looked, had no clue, and just slowly walked off. And he was going the direction I think he wanted to go, at least where the sign led to. So I'm gonna give it some time. It's Sunday today, so that's last night, Saturday night. It looks like this next week, Thursday, we're gonna get some weather, and I might adjust the placement of the stand a little bit. But I'm gonna probably try and go back in there and maybe push just ever so slightly to his bed. I think I was within 100, 120 yards of it. I think I know exactly where he's bedding. But that's what happens. It happens, guys. I guess the only thing I could say is keep both eyes open, at least, if you can, all the way through. Keep both eyes open through the shot. That's the way to do it, but at least all the way up to the shot, so you get a better feel to what's going on. And we're gonna get at it some more. It's October 8th. We're early, and we're already on some mature whitetails. So let's keep going and stay tuned. God bless.